Welcome back to The Wolf and the Melody. I'm your host, Cosmic, a guy on a journey to react to music I've never heard before. And today, NF, Hope. So NF was recommended on the couple of my Ren videos, and I figured why not. And what's funny is typically I don't really listen to too much music like how Ren does things, like with hip hop or anything, and some of those elements. But what I love about Ren is how real he is. And a lot of you said that this group, I guess, is in the same vein, or this guy. So I figure, hope sounds cool. I'm an optimistic person. I like to believe in hope, even when it doesn't look that good. And, why not? Let's get it going. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for clicking on the video and just hanging out with us. And I hope most importantly, by the end of this, you just know how awesome you are, how valuable you are, and I just really appreciate you. So let's get into this. NF, Hope.
Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming.
The strings in the background.
Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul.
Wow, what a voice.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
That you've had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit, cause they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it.
Dude. I feel this. I feel these words so much.
Necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back the mirror, at least for me, that's what it did. I wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about, don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hey, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have the heart, you don't have the strength, you don't have the will, you don't have the faith. You'll never be loved, you'll never be safe. Might as well give up, not running away. You don't have the guts, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge, I'm taking the reins.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Where do I begin? Okay, first thing that comes to my mind, the first thing I want to talk about is him crashing into the house. I've never seen like that visualization. Like they say the mind, you know, your mind or whatever is like a house, right? But seeing it and the walls are blank and you got all these rooms with things locked away in. That is kind of like an image that has been in my own life. So it's very interesting to see this. Because we all have things locked behind doors. You know, and at the end there, like with the 30 years, dude, that hits me so hard. I want to keep certain things out of this channel. I don't want to, and if I talk about things, I want to talk about it in a very healthy, productive, moving forward way. I don't ever want to spread hate on this channel other than, you know, to anything that wants to tear people down and destroy. That's about the only thing I want to be hateful towards. But I don't want this channel. I want this channel to be life-giving, encouraging, uplifting. I most of my life, y'all, I remember sometimes it's like so hard to talk. It's so hard to say what I want to say. I just wish I could like plug you into my mind, plug you into my memories so you could see what I'm trying to say. Damn, dude. This shit, like, everything he was saying, like, I feel like that's me. Like, hope. Believe when no one believes. Go forward when no one thinks you can go forward. I felt like a failure my whole life. And it was, like, one of the biggest things I had to like work through. I had a really hard time. Man, I'm sorry, guys. I had a really hard time connecting with people. I had a hard time making friends. And I grew up in a very religious background. And a lot of the answer, please, with what I'm about to say, I want to say this because I have met people that are religious that are really great people. And I don't want this to become like a religion talk. but I'm just kind of sharing my story. So through this lens, I I want to stay on track. I know that religion is a touchy subject, and I don't want to go there. I just want to share this part of my story. I want to be sensitive to others. But I grew up hearing anytime I had a dream, anytime I wanted to do something with my life, anytime I had maybe a talent that I was good at, my parents, I would say, hey, I'd like to learn how to do this. I'd like to learn how to do that. And I was always told if it's God's will. And it fucked me up. That fucked me up bad. Because an 8-year-old who's asking to learn how to play music, play guitar, and they ask their mommy and daddy if they could get a guitar for Christmas, and they're told if it's God's will, and guess what? The guitar never came. The lessons never came. The computer never came. The art never came. The materials to do the dreams never came. And it gave me a really, really messed up perspective of life. It gave me a really messed up, just jagged view of myself, of life. I'm not worth anything. I'm not valuable. If there was something out there that cared about me, it would provide, right? And I heard that my whole life. And I spent my whole life thinking I messed everything up. I had a lot of great things go on. I had a career that was growing. And in a moment, everything crashed. And here I am. I'm at the end. And I fucked everything up. Nothing good is gonna come of me. And you want to know something? And this is really interesting. I've always been like a nerdy, passionate person. I love I loved music. I loved gaming. I loved anything that was artistic and expression. And because I feel like that was told that that's not feasible, I used to hate that as I grew older, I still loved these things. And because I still had a passion for art, for these interests, these passions, and they never went away, they only grew stronger, I started to hate everything. Well, how can I make a life out of this? How can I make a blah 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 blah? Or how can I? And for 30 years, y'all, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I had 2 kids. I was working at a job that was killing me. Like I was at the end, dude. And then I realized that a lot of my mind was, a lot of the things that were going on inside my head, inside my mind was really at war with myself. And I have to overcome that. I got to stop looking at everything else. I got to stop looking at everybody else. And I got to overcome this mind that is literally killing me. But it wasn't that my mind was killing me. It was all the shit that I believed and all the crap that I took in. I'm a very empathic person, and I grew up wanting to please people. So if somebody showed me love or any type of validation, I'd put them on a pedestal. I would seek them out for help, for anything. I need help. Well, what would you do? What would you do? And next thing you know, you have a house full of many voices, and you don't know who to listen to. This song, it reminded me of my brokenness, but it also reminds me that we can fucking do some shit with our life. I get very passionate. I'm so sorry. I don't try to like cuss a lot like when I'm talking like this, but sometimes like I get so passionate. I was told I was nothing. And I've heard all the voices. I've heard all the voices tear me down. I've heard all the voices not believe in me. I've heard all the voices push me away. I've been isolated. I have been alone. I spent many years alone. And I'm stuck in a house, the mind, and you have to clean out the house. And it's hard as hell. But you can do it. If you were to tell me that, hey, Cosmic, you're going to figure it out. You're going to get on a path. You're going to be okay. Yo, it really, it hits me, man. And I'm not trying to like be long-winded on this, but like, I spent so many years hating myself. I fucking hated myself. And I feel like a new person. I've spent 30 years hating myself. And I feel like a kid again. I'm 36. And I didn't start really loving who I was until I was probably like 32. Yo, we need music like this. We need people like this to speak. People that have a past. People that have been through stuff, done things wrong, but somehow they come out. And y'all, let this stuff inspire you to go pursue your dreams. I want to talk about your dreams. If y'all ever want to talk and be like, Cosmic, I got an idea. I want to share my dreams with you. What do you think? I will be your biggest cheerleader. I want people to know how important and how valuable they are and that they can fucking do anything. Dude, I'm not trying to be... I feel like I'm being too much. This was wild. Enough hope. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like go on the long like... But like I saw my life. I saw my life in this. Y'all, thank you for listening. I also understand that you are not my therapist. I don't do this for you all to like try to be my healing. I don't. Honestly, of anything, these reactions and when songs like this come up that hit me like this, it's almost like healing for me just to talk about it. And I feel cringe. I'm always gonna feel cringe posting this kind of stuff. Like I'm like, man, I should probably go and like cut this up. But I know I'm not the only one who feels like this. NF hope. Y'all, thank you for recommending this. Damn. I love you guys. I love your face. We'll be back with another one.